I'll be the first to admit, this whole story is confusing as hell. One minute, Sasha's gone, or her lawyers is negotiating. Now they're saying her and Naomi technically are still on the roster. Oh, they might actually be back. And they're also saying that they may have been actually booted as early as before that fateful Monday Night Raw show, before even the day of. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Well, here to help figure it out, and I borrowed a clip of one of their videos, is Wrestle Talk, and I'm gonna give you the link to the full video down in the comment section, and I'm even gonna go ahead and give you a link to their YouTube channel, because I actually like these guys. I like the way they report wrestling, and it's in a fun but informative way. Anyway, I'm gonna let you listen to these guys, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
May episode of Raw because they were reportedly either unhappy with their creative long-term direction or unprofessional divas who called their fellow wrestlers unsafe, depending on whose side of the story you believe. After repeatedly burying them on air, WWE announced Banks and Naomi, the promotion's women's tag team champions, were being indefinitely suspended. Their titles were subsequently won by future Hall of Famer Vacant, and there's not really been a solid update on those belts or Banks and Naomi's futures with the company since. But there has been a lot of conflicting dirt sheet reports. Both Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Giri and WrestleVotes reported earlier this month that Banks had been released by WWE. Fightful Select then added there was backstage talk at the June 17th episode of SmackDown that Banks, at least, had been let go, citing talent who would be in the position to know. Now, there's been another update, and it doesn't make the situation any clearer. PW Insider have reported that, as of the morning of Tuesday the 28th of June, the day after the John Cena Celebration episode of Raw, Banks and Naomi are still with WWE. They are still listed internally on the active WWE roster, and there has been no change on their behind-the-scenes status since they walked out on Raw in May. Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Giri, the man who first reported Banks had been released, disagrees and is sticking to his initial timeline. Here's what I know about Sasha Banks. She was released on June the 10th, and it came from Erica Schreiber, the Vice President of Business and Legal Affairs for Talent Relations. As for why WWE has not said anything or removed her, the rumor is that leadership is trying to smooth things over. So according to Giri, Banks is no longer with WWE and hasn't been for the last few weeks. So why would leadership be trying to smooth things over? I don't know what Giri is referring to there. It could be the locker room fallout, as Banks' situation is directly linked to Naomi, a wrestler they presumably want to keep given her family connections to WWE's biggest faction, the Bloodline, being married to Jimmy Uso. Not making Sasha's status public could be a way to protect Naomi's ongoing contract negotiations, with her deal believed to be expiring soon. Or the smoothing things over could relate to Sasha's release itself. Dave Meltzer reported last week that Banks' lawyers were working on getting her release from WWE. Perhaps behind the scenes, the release had already been agreed. It's just the specific terms they're now going back and forth on, with Sasha reportedly wanting to pursue acting work and an NFT project with her cousin Snoop Dogg, which could clash with her WWE deal's 90-day non-compete or intellectual property terms. Sasha hasn't tweeted since the walkout back in May. Naomi, however, has been posting again since the 11th, coincidentally the day after Raj claims Banks was released. It's mostly been of a personal nature. Father's Day wishes, motivational nonsense, and selfies. But since Sunday, it's taken a directly wrestling-related turn. First celebrating Cesaro's debut in AEW, and then saying she's mad she missed this week's episode of Raw, replying to John Cena's thank you tweet. "You're the best. Thank you for all the encouragement and feedback you've given me through my years, and for the best tours ever." Smiley face emoji. "I'm only mad I miss you this time, lol. There's always this amazing energy shift whenever you're in the building." What do you think is happening with Banks and Naomi? I reckon Sasha is all but legally released, and Naomi is the one WWE are smoothing things over.
You know, I didn't want to say anything official, and I'm still not, because we really don't know what's going on. But in all honesty, I kind of agree with this guy. The feeling that I get personally with WWE is that they're all but done. with Sasha Banks, in my opinion. They're all but done, in my opinion. They're pretty much done. But Naomi might be another story. Naomi might be another story because they want to hang on to her because they don't want to make any waves with a certain family. You know who I'm talking about, considering that she's married to one of them. So they don't want to make any waves. So I can imagine they are trying to make peace concerning Naomi. But Sasha Banks, I think they're all but done with her. But we'll see as everything goes forward. Anyway, leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll have those links in the comment section as well. Anyway, I'm out.